I'm new here, so we're still getting to know each other, but if there's one thing you're probably gonna hear me talk about a lot, it's Harry Potter. Now, if it wasn't obvious enough, I love Harry Potter. So when I read the books and then watched the movies, like most Potterheads, I was disappointed to see all that they hadn't included from the books into the movies. Don't get me wrong, I love the movies, but here's what I wish they would have added to them in order. But before we get started with that, I'd like to bother you for a quick second to ask you to please subscribe, like, and comment. Okay, getting back to the video. Peeves is a poltergeist that wreaks havoc in Hogwarts, and the movies completely left him out. Like Peeves or other ghosts like the Bloody Baron, Slytherin's ghost, and many others that the movie didn't add, the movies could have at least provided a glimpse of Peeves throughout them. Where was Sassy Harry throughout the movies? Where were the lines that made Potterheads put their books down to breathe? I waited eagerly to hear, "There's no need to call me Sir, Professor," but it never came, and that is completely unacceptable. This was never touched on in the books, but J.K. Rowling told fans that Dean and Seamus were in love, and I think the movies would have been a good opportunity for her to add that in. As we all know, the Dursleys were horrible people, but I feel the movies didn't show that enough. For an example, in the book, Harry has the Dursleys take him to King's Cross Station. When they get there, they ask him, "What platform are you supposed to take?" And obviously, Harry answers 9 3/4. But since they didn't know there was such a platform, the Dursleys took off laughing, thinking they'd finally be free of Harry. And if that doesn't tell you all you need to know about them, well then, I don't know. Now, I feel the movies did touch on this enough, but I have a quick rant. So remember this scene?
There will be no foolish wand-waving or silly incantations in this class. As such, I don't expect many of you to appreciate the subtle science and exact art that is potion-making. However, for those select few who possess the predisposition, I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses. I can tell you how to bottle fame, brew glory, and even put a stopper in death. Then again, maybe some of you have come to Hogwarts in possession of abilities so formidable that you feel confident enough to not pay attention.
Yeah, why is he picking on Harry? Harry's obviously paying attention to what he's saying because he's making notes. Okay, quick rant over. Dobby makes his first appearance in the Chamber of Secrets, and then never again until Deathly Hallows Part 1, and I will never get over that. People who only watched the movies never got to build a better relationship with Dobby, which might have made his death less significant. Hold on for a second while I go cry. Remember when a dwarf harassed Harry so that he could sing him the love song Ginny supposedly made him? Yeah, what happened to that scene? All I can say is it wouldn't have taken long for the movie to inform people that Remus, Peter, Sirius, and James, aka Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs, were the makers of the Marauders map. So, if you didn't know, there you go. Why did the movies find Hermione's movement unnecessary? Are you confused? That's probably because you didn't know that Hermione made the Society for the Prevention of Elfish Welfare after seeing how badly house elves were treated by wizards. Her passion for the movement was shown a lot throughout the books, but the scriptwriters just went, nah. First of all, Winky is who led Hermione to start Spew. And second of all, I demand my drunk elf scene. The movie never mentioned the fact that Rita Skeeter was an unregistered animagus who, in her beetle form, flew around Hogwarts collecting news to tell to the public to make Hogwarts look bad. Hermione actually found this out, and she captured her in a glass jar. But you know what? I can definitely see why they wouldn't add that into the movie. There's a lot missing from the Triwizard Tournament that they should have added. I hate how the movie threw Cho under the bus by making her the one who snitched on the existence of Dumbledore's army, when A, it wasn't her and it was actually her friend, and B, that wasn't the reason why Cho and Harry stopped talking. Since many people didn't believe Voldemort was back, Harry told his story on what happened at the Triwizard Tournament to the QUIBBLER. I feel they should have added this in the movie because, well, it's important, and Rita Skeeter was the writer. I'll simply say that the movie should have included the fact that Neville could just as easily have been the boy who lived instead of Harry. Enough said. We see a bit of Tonks in this movie, and then never again until the Deathly Hallows movies, and the lack of her throughout the rest of the movies is completely unacceptable. Ginny lacks personality in the movies, and it's utterly disrespectful to Book Ginny. Book Ginny is a feminist who doesn't let anything get in her way, but Movie Ginny is tying shoelaces. I wanted Ginny and Harry's original kiss and not whatever this was. Once again, completely unacceptable. In one of the lessons Dumbledore gave Harry, he touched on the background of Voldemort, who his parents were, and how he was at school. They definitely should have added that in the movie. The movie never mentioned how Fred and George got the money to start their joke shop. Harry gave them his Triwizard Prize, and they didn't conjure it up from nowhere, as the movie led you on to believe. Once again, enough said. To put it simply, the Battle of Hogwarts wasn't as cool, for lack of a better word, in the movie as it was in the book. The movie should have shown Harry's final goodbye with the Dursleys and how Dudley just a wee bit redeemed himself. I don't know if you know, but when the Dementors attacked Harry and Dudley, Dudley was shown himself as he truly was. A jerk, to put it bluntly, and he felt kinda bad for it. In the book, Dudley makes Harry tea and tells him he doesn't think he's a waste of space. The scene where Neville turned Nagini into a snake kebab isn't as epic as it should have been. Just like the Neville point, the scene where Harry kills Voldemort isn't as epic as it should have been. In the book, Harry uses the Elder Wand to fix his broken wand, and then he destroys it, but in the movie, Harry destroys the Elder Wand without fixing his, and this annoys me every time I watch the movie. The movie should have included the fight Harry and Remus had after Remus offered to help Harry, Ron, and Hermione out in their fight. Harry was not very happy about this and told Remus off for not being a good father or husband. This scene, I feel, was definitely necessary and shouldn't have been left out. After Harry and Remus had forgiven each other, Remus told Harry that Tonks and him want him to be godfather to Teddy. Now they really should have added this in the movie. The movie should have shown how Harry, Ron, and Hermione ended up befriending Kreacher, but then sadly had to leave him after they'd let Yaxley into Grimmauld Place. The movie completely left out how Percy distanced himself from his family because he, like many others, didn't believe Voldemort was back, and he thought his family were all idiots. In the end, Percy shows up to the battle, ready to fight, and he apologizes for his idiocy. There is obviously loads more missing from the Harry Potter movies that shouldn't have been missing at all, but these are just a few that I think they should have included. Wait! Don't leave yet. Don't leave. If you've gotten this far into the video and you haven't liked, subscribed, or turned on your post notifications, well then get to it. Also, on the screen, as you can see, are a list of all my socials. Go follow them to be updated on what I'm doing and get even more content. Thank you for watching. You may now proceed with your day.